And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, man. What is going on out there, everybody? What's up? Welcome into the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Episode 118 with you today. We're on a Sunday. We're a little early. We're a little earlier than normal, and there's a reason for that, because it's a special Sunday. We did this last year, and we're doing it again this year. We're recording early on this Sunday, and then we're going out to an in-person watch party with everybody that listens. That can make it out and hang out with us in person for the Cowboys versus Commanders game after this. So we're going to be out and about after this one. So that's why we're early. So thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man, we had a blast last year. Cowboys and Commanders played the last week of the season last year. So we kind of got the idea to go out and watch that game. We did it, had a blast. So we said they're playing it on the last week of the season again. Let's do it again.
2 years in a row, bro.
Hey, and then next year, I don't care if they're playing in week 5. We'll do it again.
No, it seems like an annual thing.
Yeah.
For sure. So we're looking forward to getting out there with everybody that can make it out to Grapevine at Boomer Jacks is where we were going. Well, it's exactly where we were last year for that game. So why change it up?
Yeah.
So that's why we're early. So appreciate all the love, the people in chat already. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we really appreciate that. As we'll get this episode knocked out. Cheers out there. Oh, yeah, it's early, but the beers are here for me. I think Lee's just kind of waking up, so.
Yeah, I'm getting a little energy drink in me first. Maybe I'll grab one.
Oh, yeah.
Before we head out. But,
believe me, at the end of the day.
But when we hit the Boomer Jacks, it'll be flowing.
At the end of the day, there will not be many, just beer. Just beer.
Yeah. No, energy drinks and water will be gone.
Yeah. Exactly. So, man, I'm stoked about it. I've been looking forward to this day for most of the year, honestly, because I knew we were going to do it again. So this is a great fucking day, man. I woke up feeling amazing today. I hope everybody out there is feeling good and ready to have a good time later if you're planning on making it out. So,
absolutely.
As far as this episode goes, we're going to still kind of do like normal. And then we were talking a little bit before as well, like we're going to break it into 2 episodes a week. Eventually, after like the NFL playoffs is what we're kind of thinking of.
Right. Because I think we're still kicking around the idea of maybe streaming.
Yeah.
Like, or going live for like we did for Thursday Night Football.
Absolutely.
For a playoff game.
We're definitely doing some live playoff games on YouTube. And so the YouTube channel is going to be active. Let's put it that way.
Yes. And
you'll see a lot of us. Hopefully you enjoy seeing us. We appreciate it if you do. If not, then hey, it's cool. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Just hit that like button before you leave.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe, bro. It's still free to subscribe, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll break it into 2 episodes moving forward. I think after football, we'll have one day where we're dedicating nothing but sports. That's a sports episode, and then the next time we'll just get on and talk any sort of entertainment stuff we have, movies, music, all that. We're just going to kind of break it up so our episodes aren't as long.
Yes, they've been running about an hour 30, hour 45, maybe sometimes 2 hours. So it's
yeah,
we know that's kind of a long time to sit and listen, but so yeah, I think it'll be to kind of chop them up in about it, try to keep under that hour or right at an hour for each episode.
That's right. So that's the plan moving forward this year, as we push the gas pedal a little bit harder to get some more growth out there on all platforms and especially on YouTube.
Yes.
All right. So like I said, though, that's coming in the future. Just a little preview of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast YouTube channel / Spotify, Apple, all that.
Yes.
Rate and review, like and subscribe, baby.
Yes, please.
Right up front for you this time.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say real quick too, let's get into the episode. like I said, we're going to get done in a maximum hour and 30 so we can get over to the bar and have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yesterday I watched a movie that just came out on Netflix, and I had seen the preview and I was like, oh, okay. So the movie's called Society of the Snow. And when I watched the preview, I was like, wait a minute, is that a remake of that movie Alive, which came out in 1993? And it is. They say it's not a remake. They say it's just like a different adaptation.
Perspective or
whatever.
Yeah.
And so basically that whole story was in 1972, the rugby team from Uruguay, they were on their way to Chile, and their plane crashed in the Andes Mountains where it was just fucking obviously snow and super cold.
Right.
And there was, I think, 45 people on the plane, and I believe, don't quote me on this because it's not right in front of me, I believe only 16 survived when it came down to it at the very end. Everybody knows the story. If you don't know the story, plane crashed there. They were in the fucking Andes for 72 days.
Yeah, long fucking time.
72 days. Ran out of food, obviously. They didn't have a lot of food on a plane. Who carries fucking 72 days worth of food on a plane?
Yeah.
And the whole story was that in order to survive the survivors, they had to end up eating the dead people.
Yeah.
They had no food. So It's like you either eat dead people or you die.
Yeah, kind of got to make that decision.
It was too cold. They did search for them. They did search for, the survivors. They had planes around searching. They just never found them. And then it was too cold, basically, because it was still winter. So that's why they had to wait so long. They had to start waiting for a thaw.
Right.
And then once they figured out that they had a radio, and they actually got the radio to work, and once they heard on the radio, they basically called off the search. It was up to the guys, basically. They waited for the thaw, and then they started walking. They walked back and looked for other parts of the plane so they can get more, there was the tail of the plane that had the batteries, and they were trying to get the actual radio that can call out to work, and that didn't work. And so 2 or 3 of them ended up walking, basically, to Chile.
Yeah.
And they found somebody, and then they were like, hey, we're only 2 of us. There's still fucking 14 of others at the plane that are still alive. And crazy story. Think about that in 1972 where you don't have any fucking internet or nothing.
Yeah. That's wild.
And so the whole story, that's a true fucking story, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the movie Alive in 1993 was the same story, and they were really pretty accurate. Ethan Hawke was the main character in that one. He was really young. It was like one of his first movies, probably. And then a bunch of others that you may recognize a couple of the other ones in the 1993 movie. So, like I said, that was a really good movie. This one is 2.5 hours long, so it's a little longer, I think. And it's more, I would say, historically accurate, probably, because everybody in the film is of, I don't know, officially Argentinian, Uruguayan descent or whatever. So the whole movie's in Spanish.
Yeah.
So you got to English dub it if you don't know Spanish, which they have it on there. That's how I watched it. And it's the same story, but it just dives a little deeper, I would say, into it.
I haven't. I watched Alive, but I couldn't tell you when the last time I saw it.
Same.
It's
I don't
been
know.
so long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't remember the last time I watched that one, but I do remember watching it.
Yeah.
So this one was almost like a fresh take a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's been out there before. One of the survivors of the actual plane crash is in this one, Society of the Snow.
Oh wow, that's wild.
So himself. He's played by obviously a younger actor, but he plays his dad. So the actor,
Oh, so they incorporate him in that.
An actual survivor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being the dad of himself, his
Yes.
real life self. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
So that could tell you how close they are to accurate because
Right.
they're involved the survivors. I don't know if they did that in 93. I don't know. They might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say 93 was based off a book that one of them wrote.
Okay.
And this one might have been too. I'm not sure, but I just want to say that it's more, I guess, more accurate, if you will. Not like anything was different, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. You almost get the feel of it's more real because of how. I mean, dude, they fucking nailed it as far as because there's pictures out there of the survivors and stuff at the plane because they had cameras.
Right.
They were taking pictures of each other.
Yeah.
If you look at the pictures compared to the movie, it's fucking dead on, bro. You're like, holy shit, they did. And that's definitely way more accurate than the 93 version, for sure.
Yeah.
But they're both good. I just wanted to throw it out there that if you have time and you want to see a really good movie and a really good representation of a very true story, then Society of the Snow on Netflix gets thumbs up from me, and you'll like it. I mean, you'll like it. I mean, if you don't like being in Spanish, I mean, it is what it is. You just there's English dubs for it with subtitles. It's not that big a deal. So,
You're right.
sometimes those are the best shit. Like we got the fucking Squid Games out there that was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great series. I watched all of that, and I mean, it had the English language dubs over the Korean stuff.
It's the same thing.
I mean, yeah, it worked. It was fine.
It's the same thing, and I you won't recognize any of the actors in this one.
Yeah. So I guess it's an actual like foreign movie. I guess
Yeah. It's great. I'm just saying you'll like it. Those actors, they did an amazing job. They fucking look exactly like some of the survivors. 'Cause at the end of the movie, they put the real pictures of the real survivors next to the actor that played them in the movie. And you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's very accurate.
They do crazy shit with makeup these days, bro.
It's very, very accurate, dude. So check it out if you have any time or whatever. I just wanted to throw that out there that, man, that was a good one. And, yeah, they say it's not a full-blown remake, but whatever.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it was already done before, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody else just took a snag at it, and they did a great job, too. But, yeah, Ethan Hawke's movie in 93 was great, too. So, okay. So check that out and let me know. Or let us know.
I'm putting that on my list, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you haven't seen it yet, so check it out.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, I wanted to mention real quick, and we kind of touched on this a little bit, how we knew that the new Star Wars trilogy was going to start filming in April, I think. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I don't know what to expect. Okay, now it's officially 100% confirmed that this will be the biggest pile of dog shit ever. And it's worse than the previous one. I don't know how. They're going to top it, though.
Yeah, they will. Easily.
So there's 3 movies, obviously. They're doing a new trilogy. This is Kathleen Kennedy's second trilogy, I think. Man, she's fucking awful. I don't know how she still works at Disney.
Yeah, I don't know how she has a job in entertainment at all.
Well, I mean, she did do some good stuff back in the day, but she's ruining Star Wars single-handedly.
Yeah, she's definitely driving that shit in the ground.
So we know who the director for the next Star Wars is going to be. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is the handpicked director handpicked by Kathleen Kennedy. Now, if you're asking yourself, like, who the fuck is that? Well, you'd be right because I said the same thing. Who the fuck is that? She is a well-known feminist from Pakistan. And she said herself, like, I didn't go to film school. I kind of just fell into this. It's kind of weird. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And then she's out there saying, like, on a forum or whatever, talking. She's like, I love making men feel uncomfortable. It's what I do. And I'm like, what does this have to do with the story of Star Wars, bro?
Yeah, what does that have to do with fake characters that aren't real?
And so basically she's like, it's time for a woman to carry the torch of this, and it's about time for them to carry the torch of this. And I'm like, okay, basically what I've got from this interview is, number one, I will not go see this in theaters.
No.
Number two, I'm not going to watch any Star Wars material moving forward at all. I'm just going to continue to watch the episodes 1 through 6, everything that George Lucas did.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, that's where
That's
where I'm staying. Yeah. Because, look, check this out, man. There's women in the industry that do a great job.
Of course. I'm not saying that.
But if you got a chick that's like this, that's saying things like that, like, I mean, she's just there to cause bullshit.
Okay, so
she doesn't give a shit about the quality of it. She has one goal in mind, and that's to piss off guys, obviously.
And how many, do you think Star Wars' audience is mostly male?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Probably, what, 75 to 80%?
Yeah, it's a very high percentage.
It's way over 50.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. So your goal is to just eliminate those, and so we talked about how Disney's fucking lost money last year.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they're fine just losing it more and more because this is gonna bomb, dude.
Yeah, I mean
I don't know because the name carries a lot. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
this will be the first one I don't go to theaters.
Right, and I bet a lot of people out there thinking the same thing because especially with her comments like that. I mean. And when it does bomb, I would say just don't make a trilogy, and you need to make changes already. Like Disney needs to just let somebody else have it. You know?
I mean, they bought it from Lucas for I think 4 billion or something like that, or maybe more. It could have been more. It was billions. It was in the B's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
Like they've ruined it anyways.
Yeah, I mean it's already going way downhill. So
Man, there was hope though. When Disney put out that first one, The Force Awakens, I'm like, man, I don't like the fact that you killed off Han Solo. Oh, spoiler alert out there. Sorry guys, if you haven't seen the movie that came out,
been out for a while,
2015 or whatever it was. They killed off Han Solo just uselessly. You know, they didn't even reunite Luke, Han, and Leia.
Right, yeah.
And that one, I'm like, well, you had a golden opportunity here, and they just were like, nah,
right,
just kill him off, bro. And I was like, well, I don't like that. But the movie overall, I was like, man, there's kind of hope. This was good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
No,
Yeah.
I liked it. And then the next two were fucking terrible, awful.
Yeah, they were fucking trash.
Ryan Johnson literally was like, let me ruin this whole trilogy with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make Luke Skywalker a giant pussy.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no. No, you can't touch that guy, bro. Fuck. And then here we are with the direction that they're going. And I already kind of saw it with the last one. Episode 9, I guess it would be officially.
Yeah.
It was dog shit, man. Holy shit, dude. I have no issues with Rey being the main character. I think she does a great job.
right.
But I'm sorry. Like, the whole, like, empower women and all that. You're ruining your audience, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
And so if Disney's like, I love losing money, well, you're going to lose more money.
right.
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this won't come out till 25 maybe or later.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just going to start filming. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be shit, dude.
It's not going to be good. Yeah, I'm not interested in it at all.
I know, dude.
I'll just wait till it drops, and then you'll see the old Rotten Tomatoes, and you'll see the money that it doesn't make, and you'll be like, yeah, don't need to go see that.
Yeah, no, and we're getting some chats here as well. You're right out there, Billy. The Star Wars is just not made for us anymore.
No, it's
Our
not.
childhood Star Wars is gone, bro.
No, it's over. Yeah, that whole era has been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So luckily we still have those that we can fall back on.
I'll just watch George Lucas's stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's the creator of the whole thing anyways.
Right.
It's his story. So everything they're doing now is just made up bullshit that doesn't make any sense.
And I don't blame him.
And no one gives a fuck.
And I don't blame him for selling it because obviously he's old and he's ready to retire. And he's obviously made a ton of money, but I mean.
And it would be hard to watch your shit burn to the ground, though, wouldn't it?
Right. I bet I don't know what he thinks about it, but he's sitting on $4 billion, so he's all right. Or more than that, honestly. So
Probably, yeah. But like these characters, though, like I said, I don't mind Rey, whatever, dude. But like,
yeah, that one, she's all right.
No one gives a fuck about the other characters, bro. Like, no one's like, what happened to Poe Dameron?
Yeah.
What happened to Finn?
Which one was the one where they had that stupid like love story for like 30 minutes in the middle of a Star Wars with the Asian pilot?
Yeah.
And then the other dude? Finn.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Well, I was like, why?
That was the second one. That was Ryan Johnson's movie.
Yeah, I was like, what does this add to the story that we were just watching?
Nothing.
It was like, no, it was like 30 minutes. There was like a fucking 30-minute period where they were just focusing on that. I was like, this did nothing for the movie.
Yeah, and everyone clearly vocalized that they hated that Asian chick that played Rose was her name in the movie.
Rose, yeah.
Everyone clearly vocalized it loudly to
Yeah.
the point of like hate speech on her Twitter. She deleted her social medias. And so the third movie,
that's too far. But I'm just like,
that's way too far. Yeah, I would never do that. I'm just saying, no one liked her.
Yeah.
And so the third movie, she was in it for like a 30-second clip, and that's it. They wrote her out of the goddamn movie.
Well, the story they were trying to tell had nothing to do with the movie overall. So I was like, you just wasted 30 minutes of my time here.
It was awful.
You
writing was
wasted
bad.
2 hours of my time. Actually, the whole thing was garbage.
The writing on the episode 8 and 9, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, the writing was trash on both of those.
Yeah,
So
it was
bad.
So bad, yeah.
And of course, like before the last one came out, Carrie Fisher died, so they had to use like other scenes that they had filmed already, and it didn't make any sense at all. And I was like, holy shit, they're just reaching now. Mm-hmm. And the way that they made her survive in the space thing, I was like, holy fuck, Star Wars sucks now. You can't survive in space. She's like, I'm gonna float. I was like, nope. This is laughable, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was so bad.
So fucking bad. Dude.
I was like, it's gonna be hard to recover from this, man. And I've
already given up.
Not with this hiring that they just did. It's not happening.
I've already given up. I really tipped my cap because I think we talked about Obi-Wan the series quite a bit on the pod when it was coming out because I was really into it because I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Everybody does.
Yeah.
And they brought back fucking Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, and playing Darth Vader in that series. So I was really looking forward to that. And I know I praised it a little bit. There are some stupid fucking parts in that series too, though.
Mm. Yeah, I finally watched that. Like, I mean, a long time ago.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. No, I watched it and I gave it thumbs up and points up just because I love Ewan McGregor so much as that character. But overall, the series, if you go back and really take your blinders off your Ewan McGregor, it's hard to do because he's so good in that role.
Yeah, he is.
Overall, there's some stupid shit in there, like that chick, I forgot her name in the series or whatever.
The bounty
yeah,
chick or whatever.
She's I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
she was she was like working with Vader or whatever, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And there's no point in this whole story. They just wrote her a villain in to get a female in there, dude. And I'm like, stop this shit, dude.
Yeah.
So bad.
When you try too hard, it just doesn't work. Like, I mean,
yeah.
And then like Disney is trying way too hard, bro.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you had the fucking. I'm sure he had some fucking blueprints sent over. Like, this is what I would do for the story, and then they were like, okay, we'll take a little bit of that, and then we'll go the other way.
Yeah, let us wipe our ass with that. Thanks, George.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Kathleen, do what you want to do now. She's like, oh, I'll just fucking shit all over anything that
Yeah.
Any sort of nostalgia that you had is fucking gone. Like, we're gonna make Luke Skywalker a giant bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like your childhood whatsoever. The greatest hero ever.
Right.
Yeah, he'll fucking just disappear and not help anybody. That's Luke Skywalker. Even fucking Mark Hamill was like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I was like, I watched that. It was like, what are they doing? This is the main guy in Star Wars. He is the Star Wars, bro.
He is the guy.
Yeah, I was like, and you turned him into this? I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So don't look forward to it, guys. I'm not looking forward to it. The new director for the next Star Wars movie is a feminist and really enjoys making men feel uncomfortable. That's her quote, not mine. So that's what you have to look forward to. So just kiss this fucking universe goodbye. If you haven't already, I've already had, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
So there you go.
Over.
Over. It's over, baby. It's over. I don't know what you're thinking, but it's fucking over, baby. So yeah, there you go. Okay. I think you have a couple of things, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been kind of talking about this another series another big series that we watch is kind of going downhill, and we're hoping it gets revived somehow. And we thought it was with the Kang dynasty, but like we reported or we talked about a couple of episodes ago, Jonathan Majors was found guilty of assault against his girlfriend.
Yep.
Got dropped by everybody, and Marvel dropped him as soon as that verdict came out. And so now, though, we were wondering if they were going to just drop the whole Kang thing and go a different direction, or if they were going to replace him. And now there's a rumor out there that it looks like, I guess, a guy that is on a show called Euphoria, never seen it, and I never heard of this guy. His name's Coleman Domingo, is potentially the front runner to replace Jonathan Majors for the Kang the Conqueror. So it looks like Marvel may be
sticking
with the Kang Dynasty theme, which is I think is good because they've already started it. Like it would be weird to go in a different direction.
Yeah,
and like,
we were talking about that, like,
because then you're like, what happened to Kang? Like,
yeah, we talked about, like, why don't you just recast it, dude? You've done it before,
and it looks like that's what they're going to do, and I think that's smart. I don't know this guy. He's 54 years old.
Oh wow!
So he's much older. He's like 20-something years. Because I think Jonathan Major's like 30.
Yeah, he's younger. Yeah, I mean his career was just starting to take off when all this happened.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who this guy is, Coleman Domingo. But okay. I've never seen Euphoria. I don't know what that is. So, but
apparently it's a good show. Somebody in chat says it's a good show.
Oh, okay, maybe I need to check it out. I know Sydney Sweeney is in it, but I've just never seen it.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's good enough reason right there.
So I think that's a good idea to keep it going and replace him.
Absolutely. Just recast it. You've done it before. Just do it and stick with the story you got. We were looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
If this is the case.
And if this guy pulls it off, then I'm not going to hate it. If the movies are good.
Absolutely not. No, if the writing's good and everything's good, no, I don't have a problem with this at all.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then another thing I saw I think I saw it on Friday. But it's already out. It's already started. It started January 4th. And we've talked about this. This was like last year, I think, I don't know how long ago it was last year, but we watched that Casey Anthony documentary.
Yes.
And it was like that was her first time talking to anybody since the whole thing went down.
Yep.
And she had some...
God, that was fucking nuts.
Yeah, she had some crazy accusations against her dad. Mm-hmm. And so this is a show. It's called Casey Anthony's Parents, The Lie Detector Test. Okay. And so they are apparently Casey Anthony's mom and dad, her father, George, and Cindy Anthony agree to undergo polygraph tests on camera to answer lingering questions about George's involvement in Kaylee's death in the new special, Casey Anthony's Parents, The Lie Detector Test. Their real-time responses to the polygraph questions are laid bare in the documentary, along with each spouse's reaction to the other's answers and the lie detector results. So apparently, I don't know if this is like scripted or if it's real. I mean, I saw this on TikTok. Actually, you know how you get like an ad on TikTok?
Yeah,
that's what it was. And I was like, holy shit, they're actually gonna sit down and do this on. And it looked
nothing like making money still off your granddaughter's death.
I think that's what this was.
Of course.
So who knows if this is like a fucking real thing or. I would
because the parents weren't in that documentary we watched.
Right, no.
That was all Casey Anthony.
But so they're going to be asking questions about what stuff Casey Anthony said in that documentary.
Okay.
And so
this is like their response to that, basically.
Right, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And it's a special. I think there's 3 or 4 episodes or something, but the first one was on Thursday, January 4th, so I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, shit, it's already out.
Yeah. So I'm going to check that out this week.
Ah.
I mean, I'm interested enough to watch this.
What was it on? Does it say?
Where is this? A&E.
Okay, so regular TV.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, this was scripted as fuck. This is not real at all, guys.
I was going to check it out and see what I thought, like see if it looks kind of...
This is a nice little payday for the parents, obviously. And now, once again, I just want to point out, nothing like getting a payday off your granddaughter's death, however many years later that's been.
Oh, yeah, this George guy has been banking on it.
Bro, he is a weird fucking guy. We know that from the documentary that he's weird.
Yeah, he is
I mean, he said some fucked up shit.
And what makes, and I think we talked about this before, what makes me think Casey Anthony's didn't really have anything to do with this? Because, like we said, that it was like, what, 12-something years? And she never talks that she had many opportunities to go like on Oprah and get paid.
I still think they both had something to do
I think
with it.
she knows what happened.
I think they both do.
Yeah.
And they both fucked up.
Right.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up. Somebody should be in jail. I know that.
Right. So, but I'm going to check this out, and if I feel like it's sketchy or something, I may come on here and say, it's not worth your time. But I'm going to check it out though.
Okay.
I'm interested in it.
I'll let you check that out, man. You say A&E, and I'm like, okay, scripted TV.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to check it out.
You do it, bro, and let me know.
Because I've always been fascinated with that story. I can't believe nobody's in prison for that.
That's exactly right. It's like it's the saddest thing in the world. A little girl died, and no one's in prison for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, if y'all want, it's already out there. So if you got A&E, it's probably. I'm sure they're rerunning the first one because it came out on Thursday. Yeah. I think it's a weekly thing. So.
There you go.
All right, and that's really all I got, bro.
Cool.
As far as,
cool, man. Let's jump into sports then. Our favorite part of the episodes.
Absolutely.
I love talking about sports,
dude. Sports is good, bro.
I love beer and sports, guys. It's the two best things.
This podcast is. This is the heart of the podcast.
This is the heartbeat of the podcast.
Exactly.
Hey, man, real quick, just wanted to throw it out there that we know Mark Cuban sold the Dallas Mavericks. Did you see that he came out, even after the selling, he's giving out $35 million in bonuses to all the Mavericks employees?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Mark, I need a job, bro.
Yeah. Is it too late to fill out an app?
And basically, the $35 million is allocated across employees, and it's based upon how long you've been with the company.
Okay.
So if you've been with her longer, you're getting more money than somebody that's been there a year.
Nice.
Or whatever, based on seniority. But, man, I got to say, this should happen more often out there in the world for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
$35 million is nothing to Mark Cuban.
Dude,
he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He just sold the Mavericks for like $3 billion or whatever it was.
Yeah. Like a majority.
$35 million. He's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. He's good.
But I'm just saying, what a good guy.
Yeah.
Giving out $35 million.
Yeah. The CEO of my company is definitely not helping us out.
Dude, I used to work for a Fortune 10 company.
Yeah.
Makes billions and billions of revenue every year, and they didn't do anything like this.
Here's a pizza for
lunch
today.
Here's the pizza party, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, they were like, this is the end of the year, guys. Such a great year. Good job. Pizza party. And I'm like, man, fuck off.
Oh, yeah. What'd that set you back? A couple $100?
Not even.
Thanks, guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Congratulations. If you work for the Mavericks, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a nice chunk of change. It's got to make you feel good about who's running the show over there.
Yeah, really.
I'm not saying I'm sure Mark Cuban's been, no matter what, he's been a good dude for the most part.
Yeah.
He said some stupid shit, but who
Yeah,
hasn't, bro? I've said stupid shit. You guys have heard it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's not going to change, by the
When
way.
you got 8 beers in you and a microphone in front of your face, sometimes that happens.
Very true. So there you go. Pretty cool. And then, man, as far as, God, we keep checking back on MLB free agency. And once again, we've gone a week, and there really hadn't been much. Nothing at all, really, as far as, like, the big names, man. We're still sitting here without.
This has been a very boring free agency.
Holy shit, dude. It's been one of the worst. Like, Blake Snell is still out there. Jordan Montgomery's still out there. Josh Hader's still out there.
Yeah.
The big names are still there.
Yeah.
Besides a couple of them,
And
obviously.
we thought once Ohtani signed, which he already has, like we talked about, and we thought like everybody else was going to grab teams, and then no, still at a standstill.
Nothing. And obviously I don't know what it is, but I did see this past week for us that a rumor was out there. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just from one of the writers from MLB. Who knows? Yes, even they're wrong a lot of the times.
Yes.
Because last year we weren't supposed to get Jacob DeGrom, and we did.
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan Montgomery prefers to sign back. Well, not back because we traded for him, but prefers to sign with the Texas Rangers. He wants to stay in Texas, basically. That's his first preference, is what they say.
Yeah.
Over anywhere else. Now, I did also see that he's also seeking a contract of at least $170 million, maybe more than that.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of cash for that guy.
Yeah, and I always said if money wasn't like the biggest point for him, then he'd already be back on this team. And like we talked about before, we think Chris Young might be handcuffed a little bit by some budgets that the owner's throwing out there.
Well, we got the whole fucking TV deal that's fucking him over too.
Yeah. Because, that's still up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen with that.
We don't.
And so that's probably why Jordan Montgomery has not been signed by the Rangers at least yet.
You'll eventually get your TV deal money, Ray.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
come on, bro.
There's no way a Major League Baseball team's not going to be on TV at some point.
You'll eventually get your goddamn money for your TV. Do you want to win again or not?
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't want the Rangers to be one and done.
Yeah, I don't either.
I want them to be successful for the next decade.
Yeah, and we talked about it. This team is set to win for a lot of years.
Yep.
As long as they have the right pitching. And
I put him in the list, the group of that's the right pitching.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't go to the World Series without him.
No, he was a very big part of that playoff run. And I don't see why he's not on this team. I mean, I think it is a lot of money, but I mean,
if that's what it takes, bro,
yeah,
I won't feel bad about it. I'll be like, Ray, you've got so much cash, bro. You're fine.
Right.
You're going to pack the ballpark every game because you just won the World Series. There's going to be a ton of money coming in. The cash flow is not going to. You'll get your goddamn TV money at some point.
Yeah.
Just fucking pull out your checkbook again, bro.
It's not like you're going to be hurting for it either.
No, he's fine.
He's good.
Yeah. So that's the preference according to, I believe it was John Heyman out there that said that, who's a famous MLB writer and reporter. So I'm good with that. I mean, it is a lot of money, but that's what it takes to get Jordan Montgomery back here. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Hurtado Barbecue, who yesterday or the day before announced that basically to Jordan Montgomery, hey, if you sign back with Texas, free barbecue for life, brother.
Nice.
So Hurtado Barbecue is delicious, by the way.
Dude, that's worth it just by itself.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Don't even sign a contract, bro. Just
You've made enough money.
you get
His
dinner
wife's
for
like
free.
a doctor. You're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, free Hurtado Barbecue for life. That's pretty good.
That's a solid deal, dude.
And I would just sign a 1-year deal and be like, you said if I sign back, I got free barbecue for life now.
He's like there for every meal, bro. Hey.
The owner's like, fuck.
Yeah. It's like, damn it.
This guy's taking me for fucking thousands of dollars every week.
It's like, this wasn't worth it. He's like retired, bro, and he's still coming in.
Hey, you said life, bitch.
Yeah.
No, but they're doing their part to try to get Jordan Montgomery back here as well. And you know what? I'll support the shit out of Hurtado Barbecue for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I wanted to have it or try it, at the ball. First of all, we talked about, dude, when you go to the ballpark, me personally, I'm not going there for dinner.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I'm like, yeah, give me that massive barbecue plate so I can stuff my face in my seats and be full and want to take a nap.
Yeah, shit. But dude, like, give me like a dog or two, and then I'm hitting beer after that. Like, I don't need. Yeah,
for me, it's a hot dog, peanuts, and beer, dude. That's it.
I don't need like a 3-course meal at the ballpark. No.
And look, some people love it, but anytime you go past the stand inside the stadium, Hurtado Barbecue, there's a line. And it's a very long line, so it's a very popular place.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's not ballpark food for me.
Not me either.
Yeah,
me either. And I know some people do. Whatever, if that's your thing.
It's fine. I mean, there's people who don't drink and they just want to eat food and watch a game. That's fine.
Get fat.
Yeah.
I just love the stuff in my fat face. Yeah, that's fine. But hey, shout out Hurtado Barbecue for doing your part to try to get Jordan Montgomery back with the Texas Rangers. We want him back.
Absolutely.
I can see what Leaf's saying, though, as far as, like, if it wasn't about money, he might have already been back.
Yeah.
But maybe he's waiting. Be like, look, I'm going to give you guys a chance to figure out your end of it because I want to come back.
Yeah.
And you got to let me know.
Well, and we said this, too, before. Like, he's at that age where he's looking for his last big-ass payday, probably.
And his agent's Boris.
Yeah.
So,
and Boris is obviously notorious for getting his clients overpaid, basically.
100%.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of them, by the way.
He does. The guy's been running the game for
forever. He's actually bad for the sport, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, he was A-Rod's agent whenever he got at the time, was the biggest.
He was Beltre's agent when he signed.
Yeah.
$96 million. I thought that was too much at the time, but obviously that paid off.
That worked out, yeah.
But that's one of those ones that works out. You don't always hit on these. Like, we've got Jacob deGrom right now on a contract that so far does not look great.
No, it does not.
And it's going to hinge on the fact that if that guy can come back and actually pitch healthy for the remainder of the 4 years.
Right.
3.5, I guess I should say, because he's going to miss half of this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he doesn't make 20 or more starts in the last 3 years of that deal every year, it's going to be a bust.
It is.
It might be one of the worst contracts ever, actually.
Yeah, it could be.
Honestly. I love Jacob deGrom. I want him out there.
I do too. He's a great dude, and he's a hell of a pitcher when he's 100% healthy. He's like the best pitcher in the game when he's 100% healthy. But at his age, man, I mean, I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that he comes back strong and can pitch at least a half when he comes back and he stays healthy for the rest of the contract. But I don't know, man.
He's only made a few starts in the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's been bad.
The percentages are against Jacob deGrom. And look, I'm pulling for him, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Every day. I'm saying hopefully Jacob deGrom's elbow is good to go today.
Right.
But he's also not throwing 100 miles an hour on the mound yet, so we'll see when it gets there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, maybe he can, like we said, he turned into maybe like a Kobe Lewis type of thing, when he came back and...
Hey, look, bro, Jacob, I love you, bro, but you don't have to throw 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, try to be like Cliff Lee, man. Just hit those corners and just 91 or whatever.
And that's all you need, as long as it's disgusting and it's moving, and your shit does move. Yeah, his slider's nasty, dude.
Yeah, so you don't have to throw 99 all the time.
No, I love it.
Yeah,
but it's gonna break your arm off, then don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, at your age, bro, you might need to just take a few miles per hour off.
Totally fine with it.
Yeah,
longevity, bro. That's all it's about now.
Yeah,
we want you. We want you in the lineup and lifting another World Series trophy where you actually pitched in the playoffs and helped.
Yeah.
I still think that has to be the weirdest feeling ever, like posing for the trophy pictures after deGrom. I'm like, dude, there's no way he feels great about this.
No.
Just knowing me as a person, if I had been hurt all year and my team won the championship and I'm taking pictures with it, I'd be like, I don't feel like I did shit to win this. This sucks.
Yeah.
Even though he did contribute, because every start that he made this year, 6 starts, we won every game. It counts. Although those wins, we don't end up make the playoffs. So it's just hard to know because it was in April.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm rooting for the guy too, man, and
me too.
And I'm rooting for Jordan Montgomery to come back. So, but
I hope
that's probably the longest shot that's going to happen. So I don't know, but if he has the desire to come back, it's obviously on Chris Young's end and the ownership's end to see what they want to give him.
100%. I mean,
and with Boris behind the whole thing, it's gonna have a price tag on it for sure.
$170 million, like I said.
Yeah,
deGrom got 185. He's won 2 Cy Youngs.
Yeah, yeah. So
I love Montgomery. He has not won a Cy Young.
right.
So let's just be real here.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the Rangers' arguments back to the negotiations. Is like, look, dude, these guys won 2 Cy Youngs. You pitched well for us, and we really appreciate that. But like, you haven't won these awards, and I don't know. Negotiations probably suck,
Yeah.
especially with Boris. He's a piece of shit.
Very true.
So we'll see, man. One of these days, guys, we're gonna get news of not only Montgomery but Blake Snell, Hader. Something's gonna go down, and it could be any minute. It could be today. Fuck it, after we're done recording. Who knows?
Yeah. And that's another guy I'd love to have on this team is Hader. But
I don't. They're not getting both.
Yeah, no, not at all. And like Hader's price tag is going to be pretty steep as well. And he's just a reliever, but he'll probably be like the highest paid reliever
Probably ever.
Ever, yeah.
Because they said that he's definitely looking for that contract the Mets gave. What's his name? Which was like $20 million a year.
Yeah.
Edwin something.
Diaz, yeah.
Something like that.
What is it, Edwin Diaz?
Their closer or whatever. They gave him so much money. He said, that's the base. That's the starting price, basically. So Hader is probably going to get too much money.
Yeah.
If I'm
I'm
not paying a closer that much money. I'm just not.
No. You better not blow a save ever.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm paying you that much.
Yeah. Exactly. Another free agent that's still out there, and we've talked about this a little bit too, Trevor Bauer. He wants to come back to pitch in the majors. He's made that very clear. I want to be back in the majors. I deserve a second chance in the majors because of the shit that happened. Bauer does say 2 years in Japan or whatever. With everything going on legally, that's all cleared up now. He was sued for sexual assault or whatever. And he was like, I'm completely innocent. Had his day in court with his lawyers. We know that's come out. The chick is crazy. They proved it. She was out for money. Trevor Bauer's innocent. Didn't do anything wrong. That was proven. They both dropped their lawsuits, and it was very true that this bitch was crazy. We know that.
Yes.
That's already out there. Now, say what you want about Trevor Bauer being a crazy guy and just kind of a wacko or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. The guy's innocent of whatever he was accused of, though.
Yeah. 100%.
So stop dragging his name through the mud. He proved it. He paid his lawyers to do their job. They did their job. It's out there. I don't know. Does everybody forget the evidence that he showed?
Yes.
Because there's literally text messages with the chick and her friends saying, I'm going to go get that bag.
Yeah. She was basically saying, I'm going to work this guy over.
She targeted Trevor Bauer for his money.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was proven. So Trevor Bauer
there's a
said that.
picture the morning after the
alleged assault
happened, where she said she had bruises all over herself and she was just smiling or kissing, facing the camera with him next to her sleeping. Like, after you got abused, I don't think you're going to be like, oh, look at the sweet picture or
Good
whatever.
morning.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. She's crazy, but clearly there's no bruises on this chick. No choking. She said he choked her out, and
they proved that, yes, but that was something She wanted it in bed, basically. It was like a sexual fantasy of hers. So he obliged, thinking like, oh, this chick's crazy. Like, come on, dude. Everybody's done that out there. You've had a chick or whatever, or you're a chick, and you want to be like, let's get hot tonight, baby. Let's like choke me out or something, or not like all the way or whatever. Just say it. Be careful out there, guys. And another note to Trevor Bauer, bro. Moving forward, you need to make sure you get him to sign that contract, bro.
Yeah,
that love contract.
The love contract, yeah.
Yeah. And so, look, he's innocent of that whole thing. He posted on his Twitter the video. It was like a 3-minute video of all the evidence.
Yeah.
After he finally could, after everything was done.
Like after the gag order and shit was lifted, he was able to say whatever the hell he wanted and present all the stuff that he had. Yeah. Because it ended up getting dropped anyway.
Yes.
Like there was no evidence.
Because her lawyers were like, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
There's no way that this is going to work.
Yeah. They fucking knew she was lying.
Yeah, of course.
After seeing all that, they're like, yeah, this bitch is a liar.
Yeah, exactly. And so Trevor Bauer got fucked by this, by the way.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer, first of all, lost his job.
Before there was no charges brought up on him, and Dodgers cut him, and
Major League Baseball
suspended him for 2 years.
The longest, I think it was 365 days.
Oh, okay.
The longest suspension ever.
Yeah.
Which people were like, well, why did Major League Baseball make him the longest suspension ever? Well, it's actually not. It's actually known too that Trevor Bauer and Manfred really don't like each other.
Yeah.
Which no one likes Manfred. Fuck him.
Manfred sucks, bro.
Yeah. So that's why. But I'm just saying, before the trial and everything, as soon as this came out, oh, the chick came out and said this about him. Like, we're at this point now where I don't like this because you're guilty immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to sit there and be like, wait a minute, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And you have to provide the evidence and go through your day in court to be found innocent. But your name, there's people out there that still trash Trevor Bauer right now.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of females out there on Twitter saying, fuck this guy, I don't ever want to see him again. And I'm like, so he was innocent and the female's not to blame at all?
Yeah.
The fuck out of here with that. You have to sit there and wait for the court and everything to transpire and the evidence to come out before you can make any sort of judgment on anybody.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
For any crime. That's called fucking the justice system, guys.
Exactly. But that's not how it is anymore.
No.
Because the day and age we're in and social media world and everything, I mean, it's automatically the person that's claiming to be a victim is everybody's going to flock to their side immediately for some reason. I don't get it.
I don't either.
It's just ridiculous. And this poor guy, after...
He's not poor, bro. He has millions.
No, I'm just saying the poor, this
kidding.
poor bastard. Like
he lost his fucking job.
Dude, he's a great fucking pitcher.
He's won a Cy Young.
He had to go over to Japan and pitch, which I guess he's fine with, but like he wants to come back in the major leagues because there's no reason for him not to be, dude.
Yeah.
And people saying he shouldn't be pitching over here.
He's 32 years old. He's still got years left.
Yeah. I feel bad for him, man. It should never happen. Like Major League Baseball.
They should have said we're going to wait until everything comes out and then go from there.
Well, that's the way it should be anyway, man.
He should have been able to appeal this and play through the whole process.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
They do that in the NFL all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't understand it. And, like you said, he lost his job, had to go to Japan, has pitched there 2 years now, wants to come back. There's no reason he shouldn't be back in the major. He won a Cy Young in 2020. Mm-hmm. And he says, hey, I'm still one of the top pitchers in the world.
Yeah.
I should be pitching in the majors.
Chris Young needs to get this guy over here. We've said that. Both of us have said that.
I'll
take that guy on this team
get
right
him
now.
Cheaper than fucking Monty, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy just wants to get back over here and pitch, man. And, I mean, you're going to have to pay him a little bit, but, yeah, you won't have to pay as much as Monty.
Not $170 million.
No. So, I mean, I would do it. I don't know what the problem is.
Now, he did say, hey, by the way, because there was some stuff that he did before as well on the Dodgers while he was pitching for the Dodgers. But he was a competitor, and he's very outspoken and everything. Now, he did come out and say, like, hey, look, like this whole thing basically, like, humbled me. Pitching in Japan for 2 years or whatever. I've done a lot of growing up, and he's like, I just want my second opportunity to pitch in the majors where I think I should be pitching because I'm one of the top pitchers in the world. And you can't argue that he's not.
Right.
So, I don't know why Chris Young is not on the phone or whatever. And maybe Chris Young just thinks like, hey, he's not going to culturally fit with our clubhouse. But, dude, leave that up to Bochy.
Yeah.
Bochy can handle that.
That's Bochy's problem, bro. You just sign him and let Bochy.
I mean, have your input with Bochy, meet with the guy, of course.
Yeah.
But Bochy's look. That dude commands a lot of respect for these 4 World Series now, bro. Like,
well, that's usually what they do. Like if they're going to sign a guy like that, a big name guy like that, they're going to put him in a room and talk to him before they offer him anything. So yeah, I mean that would be the best thing to do. And then
if they haven't met with Trevor Bauer or spoken with Trevor Bauer's agent or done anything, then they're not doing their job.
Right, exactly.
100%. You're supposed to improve the ball club no matter what. And if there's a top pitcher out there that should be coming, look, you've taken chances before, by the way, as an organization. Hello, Josh Hamilton. There's been others too in the Rangers organization. They've taken plenty of chances on guys, man.
Yeah.
So, fucking Chapman. We just traded for him last year. He was under the whole radar, the whole gun of assault too, bro, even though he was found innocent as well.
Yeah. I don't think charges were ever brought up on him.
Of course not.
It was just out there, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then people think he's a piece of shit. And I'm like...
No, he was not.
He was never found guilty. There's no charges.
The only thing he was a piece of shit on was almost blowing every time he went out to the pitch. Every time he went out to the fucking pitch, bro, we were on edge, bro, because I'm like, throw a fucking strike.
yeah, that's what he was guilty of, is not hitting the strike zone when he came out.
Yeah. Not every time. He did have some great moments.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not going to say he didn't.
When he first got here, I mean, he was kind of lights out.
He was. But
made
me nervous in the playoffs most of the time, bro. And I was like, fuck. But there were some outings where he was still the old Chapman.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they move on from him and don't sign him back, I'll be fine. I'm just saying, though, they've taken chances on players that have a controversial past.
Yeah.
And they don't have a controversial past. It's all bullshit.
Right.
So I'm saying if I'm Chris Young and the Rangers, I'm looking at Trevor Bauer and be like, hey man, let's sit down, let's see how this guy is, and all that. And if they're not doing their job right.
100%, dude. I agree.
There you go.
I mean, we need pitching. We've been saying that for a long time.
Absolutely. You got to have at least another starter.
And that guy can pitch, so.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's get over to football. Obviously, Week 18, the last week of the NFL regular season, is happening now as we record. We've got NFL. This is the last Sunday of the NFL season of this regular season. Wah, wah, wah. Fucking sad face, bro, because it sucks because it's so nice in football season. Every Sunday we know what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this is the last one. Already had a couple games last night. A lot of playoffs spots are in the balance here. A lot of seeding is in the balance today. Well, so we'll figure it. By the end of the day, we're going to know exactly what's going to happen next week for Wild Card Weekend, where everybody's going to play, where everybody sits, all that fun stuff. So this is exciting. This day is exciting. One of the biggest guys out there, though, that does focus on like sports and everything, who I'm completely wish that I was on working for this guy, Pat McAfee, who's the best, one of the best in the biz as far as like a sports show goes, in my opinion, just because of how he is and how honest he is and how zero filter Pat McAfee is. I love the guy.
Yep.
Well, there's a couple things on his show this past week that ruffled the feathers out there, which is good. Bro, this needs to happen more often, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The first thing, Leaf, go ahead. Aaron Rodgers, bro. Because he comes on Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on that show every week.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers is on that show. He's kind of known for saying some outlandish type of stuff. Like he's very anti-vax, so he usually always mentions that.
Well, and if you watch the Pat McAfee show, they have a graphic under every person or whatever, and I think one of the episodes they had anti-vaxxer under there or some shit.
Yeah, so he's really very opinionated about that part of it. But Aaron Rodgers did come out this last week and kind of sparked some controversy over his latest comments that he's about Jimmy Kimmel, the comedian that has a late night show or whatever, and he said that he's
sucks.
Yeah, he's terrible. Yep. But he's I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to find what he actually said, but I think he said Rodgers implied that Kimmel would benefit if the names of Jeffrey Epstein's associates stayed secret.
Yeah.
So it's like was basically implying that Kimmel is on that list.
Yep.
So, and then Kimmel's like threatening to sue. ESPN has actually not come out and said anything yet.
I think they did.
Oh, did they?
I think they finally came out and apologized for Aaron Rodgers' comments.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
and I know Pat McAfee did. He did. I saw him say he was, he
was basically saying like, look, Aaron was just talking shit.
Yeah.
And having fun.
Well, and that's what McAfee show's all about.
Exactly.
And he's always said that. He's like, yeah, we just come out here and we have fun, and it's not a lot of it's not serious.
They've already been sued by Brett Favre too.
Yes, yeah, they have.
Which, even though they said they allegedly the whole time, and Pat McAfee, of course, ran with that and had a blast with it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah,
actually, because Pat McAfee is amazing.
Dude, he's just all time, dude.
And so, yeah, basically, Aaron Rodgers, I guess, was joking around. I don't know. He obviously knows way more famous people than I do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, implying that old Jimmy Kimmel was on that Epstein list. And, yeah, the Kimmel responded in the tweet calling him an asshole. And I have never had anything to do with Epstein, blah, 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 and all that. And so what's funny about this whole thing, too, is the fact that Jimmy Kimmel is a kind of a piece of shit and jokes around and says not truthful things on his show or whatever, so he can dish it. But apparently he can't take shit. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that you sent me that thing where you said late night show hosts was attacking conservatives and stuff. So, I mean, he's out there making fun of people and talking shit about people that might not be true, the shit that he's saying, obviously.
Yeah, I believe he told anybody that doesn't get the vaccine that they should die or something like that.
Yeah,
it was along that line.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Allegedly. Okay, guys, I don't want to say anything false on this program.
Yeah.
So we get sued because we would be dead. But I'm just saying, like,
we're gonna get emails
he's made distasteful jokes.
Yeah.
As much as anybody else.
Yeah. And
so,
if it's like the whole, if you can't stand the, fire, get out of the kitchen kind of thing. So
and let's not pretend that Jimmy Kimmel wasn't on the Man Show.
Oh, yeah.
a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. The most sexist show of all time.
Yeah, and now he acts like he was never on there. I'm like, no, come on, man, just fucking say you were. Like it was just that you and fucking what's his name were doing at the time. It was really funny.
Yeah, Adam Carolla.
Yeah, Carolla,
who's the same guy that he was on the Man Show, which I love Carolla.
Yeah,
dude.
he is. He's never changed.
Yeah, yeah. But Kimmel, he's like, oh, I'm on a late night show. I gotta.
Yeah.
Now I gotta be, left leaning.
He said the same distasteful jokes about others. So for him to get all up in arms about that, first of all, I was like, well, maybe he is on it. This guy's freaking out now.
Yeah. Usually when you're hardcore defending yourself like that, it's like, oh God, I hope that list doesn't come out.
Yeah, it's like a knee jerk reaction, like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like fuck you, and like Aaron Rodgers probably just sit back laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't sue somebody for that either, bro. You can't, right?
No, not it's because Kimmel's like a famous person. He's in the limelight a lot. You can say it's basically like when Saturday Night Live gets on there and makes fun of a president like Trump or it's just because you're out there in the limelight, they can joke about that stuff. Now, well, I mean, I think maybe coming out, well, he was implying this. He didn't say.
Yeah, he didn't come out and directly say it.
Right. So I mean, I'm sure it's a gray area, but I don't think Kimmel can actually sue him.
Yeah. Well, either way, I thought it was funny. And
Yeah,
actually, every time Aaron Rodgers goes on that show, I like Aaron Rodgers more.
I know. He's like, dude, you can tell he's on there. He just don't give a shit, dude.
No, he doesn't.
So once this guy retires, if he has a show, I'm probably watching that. Like he's probably going to.
I was annoyed by Aaron Rodgers because he always beat us in the playoffs.
Right.
But now he's on the Jets, so I'm like, whatever. But now I'm like, every time I watch him on Pat McAfee, I'm like, Jesus, I like Aaron Rodgers more.
Yeah.
Even though he's a crazy bastard.
He is a little weird.
A little out there.
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah, he does ayahuasca and he goes on darkness retreats or whatever he does. I mean, he does some weird shit.
He did some ghee butter therapy one off season that we talked about, and I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Cleansing his body by shitting and vomiting constantly?
Yeah, I don't know, but do whatever you got to do for your lifestyle over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Just keep saying crazy shit, please.
Yeah. Yeah, but we knew he wasn't coming back from his injury.
No.
Even though he was like, I'm coming back. I'm like, come on, bro.
I think he was just fucking. I think he was trolling people, dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, he was walking pretty quick, and that's impressive. But like
Yeah.
we said, I think last week or whatever, we're like, that is not.
There's no
not
way
out
he's
there on a
dropping
football
back
field,
and
yeah.
planting on that ankle and trying to throw.
It's
Bro.
going to explode again, bro. You see it again, I'll be like, oh, God.
Yeah, no, tearing your Achilles. You're gonna be out for a while, especially at his age.
Yeah.
He's like fucking 40. You know?
He says he's coming back next year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Well, the other thing that Pat McAfee also said this week on his show, because now, we know that Pat McAfee went to simulcast basically YouTube and ESPN. He went mainstream on ESPN. He got paid a lot of money to go to ESPN, put his show on ESPN. They're on there for like every day for like an hour or something like that. And then they're back on, they're on YouTube the whole time as well.
Yes.
And they'll leave. Matter of fact, the show on ESPN will end and then it'll still be going on YouTube because then after they're off of ESPN or whatever, Pat McAfee will be like, fuck. Because he can finally say fuck, even though he said fuck more than once or twice on ESPN. And he's like, shit.
Yeah.
So, however, he does say, this was on Friday, actually. And he was talking on his show and basically saying that certain executives at ESPN are purposely trying to sabotage the show by leaking false information to the media. And not only did he say ESPN executives, he called out a specific person, Norby Williamson, leading the sabotage efforts. On air, just says it out there. Pat McAfee don't give a fuck.
Dude, I love Pat McAfee, but he's got.
If they drop him, he'd be like, I don't care.
I mean, he's gonna get more. He's gonna get so much more attention if they do, and his YouTube channel's gonna blow up, and he's gonna be just fine.
Even though it's already fucking massive.
It's already massive, yeah.
Every day, if you go to Pat McAfee, because I try to watch every day.
Yeah.
There's 50,000 people watching on YouTube or more every day.
Yeah. Yep.
And on ESPN, I'm sure there's more. I don't know because it's mainstream, but it's funny because they just signed this show. Like he hasn't been on ESPN that long. It hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't.
And so they're already trying to sabotage his show by leaking because this apparently Norby Williamson or whoever this guy is just doesn't like Pat McAfee's show.
Yeah.
Doesn't agree that he's on ESPN. It's the bad part of sports media that needs to go away. And Pat McAfee's the good part, in my opinion, because he's honest. He does the show right. He doesn't filter anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need more of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, easily. Because I hate the whole cookie cutter, like scripted stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like you get that on every other fucking channel.
Yeah.
And when Pat McAfee started his show, it was a whole different take on sports, and it's a funnier take. They don't give a shit. Like you said, they just, you know, they say what they want. And like you're not gonna hear I don't know, like who's a big, like Clarissa Thompson say, well, you know, this quarterback sucks or whatever, but you're gonna hear that on McAfee show, you know what I mean? He's like, he sucks right now. But
yeah, they're honest.
Yeah.
They definitely speak their mind as much as they want to or whatever, but mostly the biggest thing for Pat McAfee is like, we're going to bring you the truth.
Yeah.
Right? There's not going to be sugarcoat or nothing. And how do they do that? They bring the fucking person on, like Aaron Rodgers, of course, was on there. That's happened so many times in media with Schefter commenting on Rodgers and like Rodgers being like, lose my number, Schefter. And then he'll come on Pat McAfee. He's like, I don't even fucking talk to that guy. And like, he's leaking shit that doesn't even, like, not true.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff that the media does for clicks,
I remember
for likes and all that.
what I also like about McAfee is when like Schefter is on, he asks like these questions that are super uncomfortable to Schefter. And he's like, and that's what I like about it. Cause he's like, and you know, cause Schefter's all like straight laced. He's a super professional and it's great, you know, cause he's one of the all time dudes when it comes to reporting whatever.
Yeah.
But like McAfee's like, hey, you got anything to tell us? And you know, like, or whatever. And he's trying to get a lot of shit out of him that he's probably not supposed to talk about, which is funny. It's like I said, it's a whole different take on a sports show, and it's the best show out there right now. If you want to watch anything about sports, watch his show. It's great.
Absolutely. And it's cool. To me, this is even more cool that he's literally calling out one of his bosses.
Yeah.
Not even hiding the name.
Yeah.
Just saying it.
No, I love that.
Yeah. That takes some fucking balls, bro.
Because that's what I would do. I would be like, this guy's
well, if
talking
you're that
shit.
big, and you're like, man, I don't fucking. Pat McAfee doesn't need ESPN.
No, he doesn't.
He really doesn't.
They need him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't
There's
care.
way more people watching his show than probably any other show on that fucking channel.
The only person I can think of that's done something like this was like Howard Stern early on.
Yeah.
With the radio stations.
Yeah. Yeah, he purposely was.
He purposely was doing shit against his bosses.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get rid of him because of the contract that he signed or whatever.
Yeah. Like they would tell Howard Stern, you can't do this, and so the very next show he was doing the very opposite of that. Yeah. So it's like, he was actually a metal god back then. Now he's
early on Howard Stern's gold. Now I'm just like, okay, no.
Now he wants to be Oprah, dude. He just wants to interview celebrities and that's it.
Yeah, no, I'm good on Howard Stern. I haven't listened to his show in forever. There's
like,
a couple of times where Metallica's been on there, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching that, obviously.
Well, like that's sometimes during work I'll pull up the music clips. Like I don't watch it like a lot of the interviews.
He does have some good music on there.
Yeah, he has some good artists on there to play. Like, I watched Billy Corgan do Tonight on acoustic guitar. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. We've watched several of those.
We have been drunk watching those.
Yeah. But, So, hey, shout out Pat McAfee. We love you over here, bro.
Yes.
Keep doing your thing, man. You're leading the way for kind of shows that's similar to, like, what we do.
Yeah.
We just talk honest. And if we did interview people, which maybe one day we will get some, you know, we've done a few, but not, like, crazy. But, yeah, I would just be the same way. I'd just be honest. Like, you know, there's no point in sugarcoating anything. Bring the honesty out there. That's why I hate the media, man, because they're dishonest, dude, and it's proven time and time again.
Yeah.
So that's why. There you go.
Yeah, like you're going to hear me talk about here in a second about how Ron Rivera's a piece of shit. You're not going to hear Scott Van Pelt say that.
Yeah, no, you're not going to hear what I've said about the Cowboys. That's
Scott
for sure.
Van Pelt's a Redskins fan. He's going to be like, oh, Rivera, no. He's going to all sugarcoat. I'm like, the guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
He should not be coaching anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I've said that many times about my coach.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey, one thing we did forget to mention, by the way, we did get our Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists.
Yes.
For 2024. This was announced a couple weeks. We missed it last week. Sorry. So we're going to run through the list. The finalist of the 2024 Hall of Fame class. The selection committee will meet in about 10 days in Atlanta to whittle down the names and choose the next Hall of Fame class, which is announced February 8th. So we're getting closer to about a month away, basically.
Now,
of our
for
new Hall of Famers.
the NFL Hall of Fame, you have to have
80%.
80%. And so there's not like a certain number. It's just if you get 80% of the vote, each player that gets 80%, they get to go in.
I think so, yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, out of the finalists, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So here are the finalists for this year. So these are the ones they're going to meet about and talk about and see who's going to go in 2024. Eric Allen is a finalist. He was a pretty big defensive player. Eagles, with the Eagles. Spent 14 years, actually. And he played for the Saints as well as the Raiders as well. 6 Pro Bowls, All-Pro in 1989. So Eric Allen is a finalist this year. Another Allen, Jared Allen, is a finalist as well. I don't know, dude. He's 12th all-time on the sack list. He was a beast for the Vikings for a few years. He really was. That's where his prime of his career was because I think he started with the Chiefs. 1 half sack away from tying the record in 2011 with 22 and a half. I just don't know if Jared Allen gets in. I don't know. It's very hard to get in, by the way, the Hall of Fame for football.
It's very hard.
I don't know, man. How do you feel about Jared Allen going in?
Yeah, I think I feel the same way you do. I don't know number 12.
God, he was a beast, bro, when he was those
with the
prime
Vikings.
years.
Yeah,
but number 12 all time on sack list.
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, it's good.
It is.
I don't know, man. Maybe not like this is his first ballot, I'm sure, right? So
I think this is his second, actually.
Oh, second?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it to him right now.
I think this is his second, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen the list, so I want to, probably he's not worthy than some of these other ones that are on here.
Yeah, well, here you go. Willie Anderson played all but one of his 13 season with the Cincinnati Bengals as an offensive tackle. So this is an offensive tackle. 3 consecutive All-Pro bids from 2004 to 2006. There you go, Willie Anderson.
Okay.
Jari Evans, 11 of his 12 seasons as a right guard with the New Orleans Saints. 4-time All-Pro, won a Super Bowl with the Saints, and was named to the Hall of Fame's All-22. I'm pretty sure Jari Evans gets in.
Yeah.
I think he's going in. Dwight Freeney, member of the Super Bowl winning Colts team, finished career 18th on all-time sack list. That's lower than I thought, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Played for the Colts from 2002 to 2012 and retired after the 2017 campaign. 3-time All-Pro who was named to the Hall of Fame's All-2010s team. I think Dwight Freeney gets in. I really do. That sack, I thought he was higher than that. So I just feel like I don't know. To me, guys out there, Dwight Freeney feels like he was better than Jared Allen, in my opinion.
I agree with you. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Jared Allen, man, but I just don't think.
I do too, but I think he gets in one day.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know,
I don't think it's going to be, it shouldn't be. I don't think.
If he gets in this year, then great. I do think he is a Hall of Famer. I just don't know about right now.
Right.
Because there's other guys that deserve to go in before. Okay, next guy, Antonio Gates. Ended 16-year career, all with the San Diego Chargers. Most touchdowns for a tight end in NFL history, 116. 3-time All-Pro and made 8 straight Pro Bowls. Antonio Gates is getting in.
Yeah, he is.
He's going in.
Yeah.
I think he should go in now.
I think this year they put him in the Chargers Ring of Honor too. Okay. So
yeah, he should be in immediately. I don't Hall of Famer, bro.
Yeah,
Antonio Gates.
Easily.
Phillip Rivers, #1 target, bro, forever.
Yeah.
You got those guys in fantasy all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Rodney Harrison, 2-time Super Bowl champion, obviously with the New England Patriots. Mm-hmm. He was known as a hard-hitting safety. Can't do that anymore.
Nope.
34 career interceptions and made 2 All-Pro teams. I don't know, bro. There's a guy, and I'll say I don't know about this because there's a guy that should be in before Rodney Harrison on this list as well as a safety. In my opinion, he should be in. If Rodney Harrison goes in, then this guy should go in before Rodney Harrison. Same fucking kind of player. So put that on your back burner real quick, Rodney Harrison. Devin Hester is a finalist. One of the greatest returners of the game has ever seen. Nobody returned more punts for touchdowns. Also took 5 kickoffs to the house. None more memorable than his touchdown on, obviously, the opening kickoff of Super Bowl 41 for the Bears, which they lost. Got to throw that out there.
Yeah. I don't know about him getting in, but
probably the best returner ever.
Probably.
Or, I mean, one of for sure. More. Like I said, nobody. He's got the most punt returns for touchdowns, 14. I just don't know either, dude. did you do enough besides that? You know, does a special teams player get in because of that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, there should be a spot for those kind of guys because, you know, normally they don't do much else other than returning punts or kicks or whatever. But,
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't know.
I think that's the thing that also depends on the class that he's in with. You know, if you know, it's not a very big class or there's not, I don't know.
Yeah. It does depend on the class.
Yeah.
Torrey Holt, obviously the greatest show on turf, main guy.
He's a hell of
with
a
the
receiver.
Rams. 6 straight 1,300-yard season. 2 times leading receiver in the league, 2000 and 2003. 74 touchdowns in his career, all but one of 11 years with the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah. Yeah, Torrey
I
Holt
think anybody in that offense for the greatest show on turf goes to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Torrey Holt. I mean, look, Kurt Warner doesn't have his career without Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
100%.
The greatest show on turf itself was amazing. Those years that happened, bro, and they won the Super Bowl was fucking awesome. The story of the greatest show on turf was awesome because of Kurt Warner's story, you know, being so, you know, not getting his chance, getting cut, and then being a grocery stalker, and then getting his chance with the AFL, or not the AFL, the fucking, it was the AFL, the Arena League. And then being able to get a shot with, I mean, the story that was awesome. And Torrey Holt, in my opinion, Torrey Holt should get in.
Yeah.
That's just what
I think so too.
If Kurt Warner's in, Torrey Holt should be in.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Another
like
receiver.
Marshall Faulk, he's in.
Yeah, Marshall Faulk.
So,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Holt should definitely be in there.
So should the other receiver they had. They had Holt and Isaac Bruce. All of the fucking offense are going. Jesus. Greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Andre Johnson is the next one. 4 100-catch seasons, 7 1,000-yard campaigns, led the league in receiving yards twice, 2 all-pro years, had 70 touchdowns, all without what they're saying is basically shitty quarterbacks.
Yeah. You're right.
They're all with shitty quarterbacks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Andre Johnson did have some massive campaigns with nobody throwing them the ball, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a dominant receiver.
He was
for
taking
a long time.
For a few years there. Andre Johnson was like one of the top fantasy receivers, and you took him high.
Yeah, all the
your
time.
drafts.
Yeah.
So I think that you have a good case. Is he getting in before Torrey Holt? In my opinion, that should not happen. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
Julius Peppers, named to both all 2000s and all 2010 teams with 3 all-pro nods. 159.5 career sacks, his 4th all-time. Julius Peppers goes in immediately.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, he's going in immediately, and he should.
Oh, definitely.
Fred Taylor, lone running back on this list, so this is the only running back of this year. 11 of his 13 seasons with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rushed for at least 1,100 yards in seasons in which he played 13 games or more. Had league's highest average rushing yards per game in 2000 and finished with the total of 66 rushing touchdowns in his career. Fred Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so, yeah.
Okay. The only running back on the list this year.
Right, yeah. In this class, I think he could slip in there.
Reggie Wayne, next guy.
Oh, geez, yeah, he's
Peyton Manning's guy.
mm-hmm.
Him and Peyton Manning were going crazy, and of course they won the Super Bowl together. And he had some massive years. Played all 14 years with the Indianapolis Colts. Reggie Wayne has a good case of going in. I think this is not his first time either. He's had opportunities to get in. So I don't know, man. I think I'd put him in too.
Yeah,
I mean, not everybody can get in. I'm just saying.
right.
They're obviously finalists for a reason, but
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne, I think, is a Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely have Reggie Wayne in there.
Yeah. Patrick Willis, a dominant middle linebacker who retired after 8 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers, but has the accomplishments of somebody who played for twice that duration. So, yeah, 8 seasons only. 1 Rookie of the Year, 5 Pro Bowls in 8 seasons. Led league in tackles twice of his first 3 seasons, walked away at age 30 following some injuries. And so he kind of had to retire because of that. Patrick Willis, probably not going to get in on this first one, bro. I don't know if this is his first one, but it may be a while. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and then finally, the last guy on this list, guys, remember I said Rodney Harrison, If he goes in, this guy should go in first, in my opinion. Darren Woodson, 3 Super Bowl wins, obviously as part of the Cowboys dynasty in the 90s. I obviously am a little biased. However, he had 3 All-Pro campaigns, 23 career interceptions, 12 forced fumbles, and 11 fumbles. He was a hard-hitting safety, just like fucking Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, back when you could do that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, these guys would not have a career today.
No, they would not be Hall of Famers if they played today.
3 All-Pro campaigns, though. Darren Woodson was a goddamn beast out there. He goes in before Rodney Harrison, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if Darren Woodson doesn't go in, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's the list, though. There it is.
Yeah,
Those are the finalists.
Not bad. Yeah.
It'd be hard to be on that committee, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
Because it's hard to pick. All these players are amazing, by the way.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough one for those guys. I don't envy that at all.
I noticed there's no Washington Redskin on this list this year.
No, there's not.
Just wanted to throw that out there because
Yeah.
today's the day we play.
Yeah. Thank you.
Even though you're called Commanders now, I still say Redskins all the time.
No, well, you should.
Cowboys Redskins to me, when I was growing up, such a great rivalry. I'm never gonna think of it otherwise, dude.
Yeah.
So there you go, man. There's the Hall of Fame finalists. We'll know in about a month who's going in officially. And then, like I said today, the old games are already going along here. The noon slate of games are kicking and going here. We've got a big watch party happening at 3:25 our time Central for Cowboys versus Commanders. Like I said, we up at the top of this episode, we do this. This is our second year that we've done this, so we go out and have fun with everybody. Everybody can make it out for the games. This in-person watch party. Obviously, we stream a lot of the games, but we do this one in person,
Yes.
so we can hang out with everybody that can make it out.
It's going to be a good time. I'm ready for it.
It's going to be a blast. So we can't really talk too much about the games, especially since these games are going on right now. A lot of playoff spots and seeding is on the line with these games going on the rest of today. Tomorrow we'll know who's where, what coaches are going to be fired. Speaking of coaches, I think you're going to have good news tomorrow.
Yes. I imagine as soon as the day starts tomorrow.
That's the word.
I'll get the old notification on the phone that Ron Rivera's been fired, and I think it's a done deal already. They're just letting him finish out the season. I also saw that Martin Mayhew, the general manager, is gone as well. So this is great news. And you guys know, you listen to this long enough, you know that I have not been happy with Rivera for the last couple of seasons. He's just not the guy he used to be. He's not Riverboat Ron anymore.
No, he hasn't been Riverboat Ron in a while.
No, he hasn't. He's not a leader. We found that out this year for sure when they lost to the Bears, 40-20, and he came out in halftime
42-10, or what was it?
It was like 40-20.
40-20. Yeah, I think you're right.
We got like a garbage touchdown at the end or whatever. Yeah,
Best stream ever on Thursday night.
There's a video out there that shows
that was the best Thursday night stream we've ever done in the history, bro.
Yeah, that one should have got rated.
I know. How the hell did that not go viral? I don't know.
But anime, he's obviously not a leader because he didn't say shit to his team at halftime during that game, and they were getting their ass handed to him.
Look, I mean, this has been a spiraling thing since last year, bro.
Well, and the defense was in shambles, but they fired Jack Del Rio maybe too late. Then they traded their defensive ends, which were 2 really good players, and so I mean, it just went downhill from there. I think Ron Rivera might have been like, "Oh, I recognize the problem, so I'm going to fire him and try to save his job." But Josh Harris is not an idiot. He knows what's been going on. So,
well, I'm sure the fans are loudly telling them that it's time to go.
There is not. If there's somebody that is a fan of this team and they still want Rivera to be on it, I don't want them to be fans anymore because they're stupid.
What if? Yeah, exactly. What if Josh Harris said today though to Ron in his office or whatever? He's like, "Hey, man, you win today against the Cowboys, you're back next year."
I hate that. I don't like that.
I'm just saying. I just was saying that's not happening.
No,
it's already out there that tomorrow Ron Rivera's probably gone.
Yeah, I think he knows it too. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they've had behind the door conversations like, "Hey, we're going to let you go.
Yeah.
Just try to go end on a high note.
Let you finish the year.
Yeah,
and
try to end on a high note, and maybe you'll get an interview somewhere else." But
I can't imagine another
just,
team being like head coaching material.
Yeah.
I don't think so, bro.
Not after the last 2 years, because at the end of last season, week 17, he was asked the question. He's like, "Why did you go to Carson Wentz when you could get eliminated this week?" And he's like, We could have got eliminated?
Yeah, we could have been eliminated. What?
How the fuck do you not know that as a head coach?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been, like I've said, he's checked out a long time ago.
Yeah.
He obviously does not give a fuck. And it's time to part ways for sure. It's long overdue.
I agree.
And so I'm ready. So, like I said before, Josh Harris took over the team right at the beginning of the season. So he really couldn't just shake it up and make changes. And so I was like, that's what I was always thinking. I was like, yeah, he's going to wait till the end of the year. Then he's going to bring his people in, try to get the ship turned around. And hopefully we'll get some fucking consistency, man. Like, we get a head coach every 3-4 years, and then we get a fucking quarterback every 2 or 3 years. I think Kirk Cousins in the last 12 years is the longest tenured quarterback. I think he was like there for 4 seasons, maybe. So it's like there's been no consistency with this team at all. So I'm hoping that Harris has some sort of game plan. He's obviously a pretty decent owner. He's pretty successful up there with. I don't think he's won any championships, but I mean they've been all right with his teams.
76ers, right?
76ers, and what's the hockey team?
Flyers.
Is it the Flyers or Sabres?
Yeah, Philadelphia
it's not
Flyers.
Yeah, okay. So
I didn't know he owned them.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
So hopefully, but like the Redskins is a passion thing for him because he's from the DC area and he grew up as a Redskins fan, and so I think he's going to put a lot of care into this. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for it though. Like I hope we get the win today. I don't think so, but I hope we end on a high note or whatever. And just because we're going to be there with a lot of Cowboys fans, and I want to be
owns the Devils apparently.
Oh, the Devils,
the New Jersey Devils.
I knew it was somewhere up there.
Yeah,
in the East.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, all indications point towards, Rivera's tomorrow is going to be the day where there's, maybe you're right. Maybe they've said like, hey, finish the year, but you're gone.
Yeah. That's what they call Black Monday.
Yeah.
So there's going to be
more.
Yeah. There's not just him's going to be.
There's already been a lot actually this in the middle of the year.
Yeah. There has.
So word is as well around the street that, hey, by the way, Mike McCarthy's job is on the line as far as the playoff run.
Yeah, it depends on what happens in the playoffs here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. If you go out to every website or whatever, they're saying like Mike McCarthy basically will have his job back as long as he makes a deep run and doesn't have an embarrassing playoff loss.
Yeah. That's
kind of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Which I'm leaning towards it's going to be an embarrassing playoff loss. It might not be till the NFC Championship. Yeah. We'll see what happens today because the Cowboys win today. We win the division.
So if you win the division, you say you have to go to San Fran in the NFC Championship game and you lose by like 20 or 30. Is that grounds for him being fired still?
I don't know because you made it to the NFC Championship.
That's the first time you've done that in almost 30 years?
Since 95, yeah. So I think you're get a pass on that one.
Okay.
Because you that's what I've said this year.
Like wild card round or whatever, divisional round, you get beat.
Both round. I mean, you got to win 2. You're going to have 2 at home, though, if you win the division. So that's huge.
Okay, yeah.
Because you go in as the 2nd seed.
Right.
So you'll have 2 home playoff games, and they play way better at home, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what I've said all year. If they make it to the NFC Championship, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's great. We've made it that far, the first time in forever.
Yeah.
But if you go to San Francisco in the NFC Champ, which you would have to, unless they got bounced in the divisional round somehow.
It's very possible.
Anything can happen, obviously. Anything can happen, but I'm just saying. We'll see. We'll see, man. But that's the word as well for Mike McCarthy. Because look, now if we go to the wild card round and the Rams, say we face the Rams in the wild card round, because that can still happen today, depending on the seeding. And the Rams come in and beat us in the wild card round, yes, fire Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
You lost your job, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
We didn't fucking hire you to make the playoffs and then lose in the divisional round or the wild card round. Like, no, see ya. So there's a lot on the line. And today, the only thing I'll say about today, obviously the audio of this episode comes out on Tuesday, so the game's already over. But if the Cowboys don't win today against the Redskins or the Commanders, whatever you want to say, at Washington today to win the division, it's a fucking joke, bro. This is a must win. You got to win to win the division. That's it. Period. End of story. And they should crush the 4-12, whatever they are. 4-13, 4-12.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a game. That's all I'm saying.
No, I mean, I think we're last in every fucking defensive category.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you guys have a pretty high-powered offense. I imagine CeeDee Lamb's going to have 500 yards receiving.
Yeah.
And Micah Parsons should have 5 sacks on poor Sam Howell, who's probably sore as balls. He's been sacked like 60+ times. But
yeah, he was creeping up close to making. Oh, he's been one of the most sacked. One of the most sacked quarterbacks in NFL history.
Now, I will say they tightened up the protection later in the year, but I mean he's still running for his life back there. The offensive line is
I gotta think that Sam Howell today is playing for his job next year.
Yeah,
saying like I can still play.
So like last week it was supposed to be Jacoby Brissett that finishes out the last 2 weeks, but he got injured, so now it's back to Sam Howell. So, which I'm glad to see because that's Jacoby Brissett's not the future of the Commanders. Sam Howell has his chance for that, but if they lose this game, they're going to get the number 2 overall pick. If they lose this game,
yeah.
So
there you go.
They could draft another quarterback.
Probably.
So
if I had to guess, they would probably.
If Caleb Williams doesn't go number 1, I hope to God they don't draft that guy. I hope to God they don't draft that guy. I hate that kid, dude. I don't care.
They'll make the right decision, bro.
I would trade maybe a couple spots back and get Jaden Williams before Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have him than Caleb Williams.
Okay.
That kid is
fair.
I don't like him.
Fair enough.
If he can't lose with any sort of dignity, I don't want him on my team because you're coming to the Commanders, but you're going to lose a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you're crying.
I don't need you crying
to your mommy and daddy over there.
I don't need you going to sit in your mom's lap and cry after a game, bro.
Right.
I don't need that in my quarterback.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Do that off camera, please, if you're going to do it.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, but anyway.
So there you go, man. Like I say, we're very excited to get out to the bar today and watch the game with you guys out there. Everybody that's planning on coming, so we'll see you out there. Just want to say real quick, the funny thing to end on this episode, if you will, did you see this a couple of days ago? You probably all have seen this out there, but just a couple of days ago, we've got a guy goes into a Bass Pro Shops in Alabama. And then I guess before this too, this is just what I'm seeing here. I didn't know this before. He intentionally crashed his car outside during a mental breakdown, goes in to Bass Pro Shops. And if you have never been to a Bass Pro Shop, they have a big aquarium kind of thing with fish in it. Just inside is kind of like a fun thing for kids to look at and all that. Mm-hmm. And they have those kind of stores like Cabela's here. Same thing. There's fish in a pond or whatever you want to call it. So this guy goes in, apparently having a mental breakdown. 42-year-old Brian Owens is his name. Goes in after intentionally crashing his car, walks into the fucking Bass Pro Shops, takes off all his clothes, and does a cannonball into the aquarium, whatever you want to call it.
Like the fish tank.
The fish tank.
Yeah, the big
fish tank.
That's right there in the middle of Bass Pro Shop. Yeah.
Now, there's a video of this because people were like, what the fuck just happened?
Of course.
And he's totally naked, and he's like kicking his legs or whatever. Now, the one thing about Brian Owens, who probably didn't think this through at all, if you have seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. You cannot see this guy's penis. There is no dick.
Now, that's so is it just super small or there's nothing there at all?
Number one, it's definitely small, first of all. Number two, the water was obviously cold.
Yeah.
Because that thing shrunk up inside of his body.
I would imagine.
Because afterwards, he got out. Obviously, they got him out eventually.
Yeah.
And you could see there's a dick there, but it's very small.
Is that why he had a mental breakdown? He's like a micro penis guy and he just couldn't live with himself anymore?
I don't know, but he does face charges now because of his mental breakdown. Public lewdness, resisting arrest, assault, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment charges for this.
So now, did they say there's alcohol in the system or any sort of drugs? Probably.
I didn't see anything on that, but if I had to guess, Leaf, you probably would say yes.
I would say this guy probably had.
If you're a betting man, you need to put some money on that. Yeah,
maybe he had some Miller Lights in the system or Keystone Light. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, he resisted arrest. The video shows that he was very he was very, very hard to arrest. You can see it on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
He's shouting at the officers while they're trying to get him out of the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually comes over, hurls himself over, and then it lands on a cement floor, and then basically knocks himself unconscious. Then they go over there to arrest him, and then he wakes up when they get there, and that's when he kind of resists arrest. And like he made it very hard for them. That's why he's got a resisting arrest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was arrested, put in a cop car, and then went to the hospital.
Well, yeah, he's obviously got some medical problems.
Yes, and so he had a bad day.
Yeah,
Brian Jones had a bad day.
That's one of those days, man. I would like to say we've all been there, but we have not.
No, I've never had that bad of a day.
He took a bad day to the next level.
He took a bad day to the next level, man. I just crashed my car into a pole. I'm going to walk inside, get naked, and jump into the fucking pool.
That's a strange string of events.
It is a very strange string of events. You're right. So, yeah. But like I said, if you haven't seen the video, go and watch the video because you can't. There's no penis on this man. There is, but it's so small in the water you can't see it. So the water has to be cold as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I would guess so. I haven't seen the video, and maybe I need to go check it out.
You definitely do.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's worth it.
All right.
100%. And by the way, there's the memes and the TikToks that have come out about this. Just get ready, bro, because they've already been gold.
Yeah. I bet.
Have you ever seen a Greek statue where the Greek statue's up there and the penis is small?
Yeah.
Same thing. But they're like, this is what a Greek statue would look like if the guy was American. Because, by the way, this guy's not skinny.
Okay.
He's got a nice little gut on him.
Okay.
And you can see the little dick, bro, and they're like, this is a Greek statue if the guy was American. So the memes are gold out there, guys. Just throwing that out there. Make sure you go watch that. God damn, bro. Fucking funny, bro.
That's nice. I love the internet.
Mental breakdown for this guy. So there you go. Let's get out of here, dude. Let's go party.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Everybody, appreciate you hanging out with us today, especially because we did an early recording. Typically, we do obviously a little later in the day.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get this in before we head out, but we really do appreciate it. So make sure you go out there, follow us on socials, please. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Twitter is at Eskimo Bros Pod. And then, of course, YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're going to be live a lot more on YouTube this year. YouTube.com/at Eskimo Brothers Podcast as well. Like, subscribe to the channel. That's completely free. Like our videos. We really appreciate the support as we push it a little harder in 2024 to get this thing growing a lot more. There you go, man. And then audio as well.
Yeah, so we do put the audio up on the streaming platforms, Spotify. If you go to Spotify, if you listen on Spotify, go to our page, hit that 5 stars for us. And then on Apple, you can also rate us 5 stars and then also write a review. Just a couple of sentences on there that says, man, you love the podcast, it's funny or whatever. That helps us out a lot with the algorithms and stuff. So, but those do come out every Tuesday morning.
That is right. Tuesday morning.
Yeah, boom. Absolutely. And like Sam said, follow the socials because we're going to post once we kind of figure out the schedule of what we want to do as far as splitting up the episodes, we're going to let y'all know on those. So
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. So again, thank you guys. Party hard today. We'll see you out there. If you're heading out to Grapevine and with us, we'll see you there. Cheers, everybody. Have a great Sunday and a great week. We'll see you next time.
And remember.
No, we're not going to do that.
Beat Dallas, baby.
No, not at all. Cheers,
Beat Dallas, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.